You spend years trying to explain to your friends that wrestling is actually great. Like, it's not about that. It's about the incredible storytelling these athletes deliver through their body of work in the ring. But then you get caught. The moment they walk in on you, WWE pulls out something cringy. I wish I got caught annihilating my meat. Wrestling is full of cringeworthy moments.
I was just the right guy.
For example, watching Hulk Hogan or trying to save this segment was really uncomfortable. But today I asked you on X, give me some of the cringiest WWE moments of all time. Let's see what you got. Basically, every promo Braun made that year, but the train sound effects were especially cringe. You can't handle a little bit of choo-choo? You can't handle a little bit of choo-choo? Come on. It makes sense. Braun loves trains. Braun does train sound effects. Choo-choo, chugga-chugga-chugga. Before he beats the crap out of you. Wrestling needs more characters. And a train man is something I can get behind of. Anytime Cody Rhodes cuts a promo, now we're turning this video into hot takes. I don't know what you're talking about. Cody cries a lot. I love that. Not the fact that he cries, but he does cry a lot. It makes these segments have a bit more emotion. Zombies exist in kayfabe now. I can't even call it cringe. It was bad. I'm supposed to suspend my disbelief. I wouldn't particularly say though I believe in zombies. Haven't seen one. This is where I draw the line in wrestling. Undertaker's kinda cool though.
Go yourself.
Yes, we actually got a segment where dude shaved his tag team partner's back. Now, don't be judgmental, people. This is a no judgment zone. You, at least once, shaved your buddy's back, your boy's back. Boy needs a hand, you give it to him. I don't see a problem with that. This whole segment, Bailey, this is your life. Segment so bad, years later, Vince McMahon made fun of it. The same guy who wrote that shit, by the way. The idea is whatever. The delivery was bad. I don't even know what was the point. You were a nerd in high school or something? My family went years without watching wrestling, and of course the first time I give it a chance, again, it was this episode. Again, I don't see the point. Bobby has sisters. Funny. Bobby, you loser, you have sisters. With mustache. What was the joke? Man, even Sammy couldn't save this segment. When Vince McMahon had CM Punk sing on live TV. I don't really remember that.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty and gay.
I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. Divas Halloween Battle Royal. It's crazy that 2 years after this, women's wrestling was taken more seriously. Thinking about it now as one of the first things I watched while getting into WWE live on TV. I don't know, it's a bad time. It's cringy watching it now. By the way, that wrestler right here is Lithuanian, Oksana. I'm from Lithuania too. The only professional wrestler, by the way. It was bad. The whole thing was bad. Nowadays, you're supposed to feel bad or guilty when you say, well, I used to hate women's wrestling. And I think that people are kind of pretending. Let's be real. It really was bad. And it wasn't even their fault. The way it was presented on television, it was horrendous. Of course I didn't care much about women's wrestling because it sucked. Full segment, The Rock electrifies NXT for the first time ever. Oh yeah, I saw that promo. He basically didn't say much. He was just hyping it up for whatever reason. It was kind of funny when he said,
You can't be nice to Cody.
"Ah, Rocky, you're missing the point." It wasn't necessarily cringy, but I get the idea. Her title reign as a whole, honestly. It depends. I get it, I guess. Like, some of these moments between Liv Morgan and Dominic, like, I can appreciate that, right? But if I would be watching that with someone who's not a wrestling fan, I would feel a bit weird sometimes. This moment, the Bloodline and CM Punk winning War Games, what's cringy about that? I thought that was cool. This weird MMA match between Shayna and Ronda. I mean, I remember this one. What were they even thinking? The worst match on the card. Okay, everybody, glad to be in this meeting. I have an idea. Wrestling is scripted. Punches are scripted. Punches are, most of the time, the worst part of professional wrestling. What if we do a real fight? But here's the catch. It's not real. Only punching and submissions. But none of it is real. That is a wonderful idea. No words needed for this one. I would find this very cringy, very embarrassing, very hard to watch. I'm just such a big Nia fan, as you all know. As you all know. I love Nia Jax. I feared for my life. Okay, maybe that was cringy. You know what was even more cringy? The fact that he said, I feared for my life, and then they themselves released the footage where basically nothing really happened. I get it though, Tony is a nice guy. He was probably shitting his pants. What were they even doing in the pandemic era? So in kayfabe, let's zoom that in. This is Jeff Hardy. This is Jeff Hardy's pee, his urine. Why do I remember Jeff Hardy being dehydrated? I knew it. I knew my man was dehydrated. More water, Jeff. More water. This shit's yellow as fuck. So what we're seeing right here is Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, piss, pee, you know, penis liquids. And his mouth is open. Mouth wide open. And he's drinking it. In kayfabe, Sheamus drank a little bit of pee. Is that canon? This storyline was pee cringe. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Apparently Liv Morgan is in love with Lana. It didn't even lead to anything. Anytime she cuts a promo. It is kinda crazy in general how WWE ruined her. It was probably her own fault. I heard she's difficult to work with. I can see that happening. Y'all know about the excuses she keeps making. However, people, I'm gonna admit, I was actually a big fan at one point. Like, her first match was great. WWE knew what they're doing. And then she became just a regular thing on TV. That was the mistake. She needed to be like Brock Lesnar, a special attraction, and she just became one of the gals. You know, it ruined her. Of course, Undertaker versus Goldberg in 4K quality, as you can see right here. Whether it was cringy or not, at certain points of the match, I'm like, just don't die. Like, that's all I'm asking out of this match. This match happened in like 2019, and it wouldn't have been good in 2002. But you all know me, I actually like attraction matches. The quality of the match doesn't really matter as long as we have two big names. My only kinda wish, my requirement for these matches is, don't die. You know, try your best. There's no need context on how bad this segment was. I don't remember it. I remember it watching, and I think their peepees, their cocoa jumbos, their schmeckles, their dingly donglies were burning from hot pepper or something. What is this Looney Tunes type of shit, man, WWE did? How did we go from this to Netflix? I remember him taking a needle up his ass. I don't remember for what. Was it because he, like, hated the crowd and felt like he's going to get infected by these marks or something along those lines? It was bad, but the whole Dean Ambrose heel turn, as bad as it wasn't really that bad. I don't feel like. It just seemed like he didn't give a shit. When Logan Paul screams yeet in Jay's face, I went to sleep.
I've been yeeting since 2017. Yeah, yeet!
I think I got goosebumps. Ah, man, I remember that era of YouTube. I wasn't watching these guys. I was watching people making fun of them. I think y'all remember this one for one specific moment. Oh, man. Everything about this iconic Swagger promo. Oh, this is so hilarious. So he got drafted to SmackDown. He made his return, I believe, and he was like, I'm gonna be charismatic now. Jack Swagger. You don't think about Zack Swagger as someone who's very, very charismatic, a good promo, so I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that, bitch.
And I have one stone cold fox of a wife. Whoa!
No pop! Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Right after losing. In WWE's eyes, yes, Drew McIntyre, you are losing this match, but you'll get to sing with this guy. Isn't that a big moment? I think he hated it. Only OGs know. What do you mean OGs? This happened like in 2015. What I like about this segment is knowing the information now. The wink at Vince McMahon being like, I don't want to do this shit, but just watch me. Just watch me deliver that line, and it getting no pop whatsoever.
Succotash!
I mean, I know what you mean with this one, but that shit works, unfortunately. It gets the most views on YouTube, people are talking about it. Sometimes it can be so bad it's actually successful. You know, wasn't good. It's pretty cringy. That's actually how the Bobby loves them women meme started. Right after this moment, Bobby just started really, just started you know, which was great. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Essentially, this is what WWE are doing with Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Oh, this is a good one.
I'm gonna make you look like Ellsworth.
Oh my god, pretty good insult, right? How would I respond to that? How would I respond to that? Well, thankfully, Tamina does have a very, very good response.
You need to be quiet or you're gonna start looking like Ellsworth.
Still can't believe Roman recovered from this. Hot take, this was actually not as bad. This was bad. When you think about it, when you actually think about it, Baron Corbin is a bully. He's like a high school bully from movies. He's the big dog. Roman is the big dog. So Baron Corbin is such an idiot. He's like, oh, big dog, get your dog food. Shit. It wasn't that. As a matter of fact, I think it was good. Depends on the way you look at it, really. I think we're not gonna talk about this one. I'm just wondering, the WWE really insinuate what we think is happening right here. he was doing the movements, you know. This right here made me want to punch my TV. Come on, man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Look at this picture right here. Humiliation by a complete dumbass. Absolute humiliation. You're the big dog. What about some dog food? I know it's bad, but come on. Having frickin' in Seth Rollins' name is just so bad, man. Honestly, I gotta agree. I got used to it, of course, but you know what I hate about it is that you don't have to call him that every single time. It should be like a gimmick name, like the Legend Killer Randy Orton, the Viper Randy Orton. Well, anyway, people, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to watch more of these videos, and as always, your boy, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.